I'm doing some work, and look at this guy. What's wrong? Let Dada do some work. You don't have any money, remember? So I have to do all the work. I have to edit these videos. I have to send this out in a few minutes. So come on. I know you want to go outside. I know you want to eat. I know you want to play. But you have to let Dada do some work, okay? You just have to be a good boy. Let me finish this, and then we'll go. I promise, okay? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm editing the video that I filmed today so I can post it on YouTube. I already posted one. But one thing you need to know about me is that lately I've been operating in the evening. I still wake up around 9, but I go to bed around like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. And I'm just very active in the evening. That's when I get a lot of my work done. I find it a little bit more peaceful. But tonight I'm gonna vlog this evening, kind of show you what my evening looks like. As of right now, I'm just editing. I'm going through the footage this morning that I took. I just posted the long form video of me just talking outside of my school. This is kind of like what the evening setup looks like. Kaido just sleeps there until around 3 or 4 when I go up. Then he goes up with me. Then yeah, I do my push-ups. I kind of work out at night. I haven't been going to martial arts in a while. It's been probably 2 weeks, but I'm gonna get back into that probably this week or next week. But just been very busy. Other than that, super excited. The footage looks good. One thing I realized is that I don't want to do a lot of like crazy edits. I don't even want to do overlays just because I feel like that sucks the fun out of making the video. I'm not a crazy editor, but I kind of like this style where it's just raw. If I need to take a pause, I'll pause. I don't need to cut it as if it was like a short video. It's a long form video. So even if I take a while to say what I have to say next, it's fine. See? Like that. I didn't edit that one out. So yeah, it's gonna be a fun evening. I'm pretty energized right now. So got my candle. Delicious. Smells delicious. And yeah, let's get to it. I'm just gonna show you this.
Alright, so it's Jay.
So one thing I like, let me show you this actually, is that I filmed in D-Log, so there's not a lot of color. So right here, and yes, I'm editing on CapCut, but I have a LUT. Big shout out to James. Give me a LUT, and see, you see that? I kind of color graded it. It's fun. I like this. I'm kind of enjoying this, so maybe this is my new hobby. But yeah, long form content. Attention is everything, and so I know I want to bring a lot of attention to Inbound Dental, but I also don't mind bringing a lot of attention on me as the entrepreneur behind Inbound Dental, because one thing I've learned with creating content is that the entrepreneur is much more interesting than the business itself. And so I'm sure I'm going to be able to find great people through my content that will give me a lead for Inbound Dental. And so the internet is a beautiful thing. That's why they call it a web. It connects everybody, right? You're able to talk to somebody that is like 10,000 miles away from you. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. I love long form. So let's get it. Oh, I'm getting thirsty. So let me get some water by my side and start editing. So I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. All right, so I'm deep into editing my long form video right now. Let me show you guys. Right there, right there. And then I just got a message here from one of my clients. And so they were supposed to settle their invoice yesterday to send me an e-transfer. And then I just sent them a reminder just in case they forgot, right? Because they told me that they were going to pay yesterday. And I get a message just now. It says, "Hello, I'm so sorry about that. I sent the e-transfer to the wrong email address." I don't know. This has never happened before. I don't know if they're going to send it again. I think perhaps they can cancel the one that they sent before. But yeah, I do have a very unique email, so I don't think anyone's gonna have an email similar to that. So I think it would just bounce, and so, hopefully, they're still able to pay that out right now. Let me just reply to that. Let me just say, no problem. Here's my correct email address. Ooh. All right. Well, hopefully it comes through today. And yeah, it might take some time because if they send it again, then it might take a few minutes because sometimes when it's a large sum, it takes its time. But anyway, that kind of just thought I'd update you guys. Things that happen, you know, but it's okay. It's a good day. It's January 1st, baby. Okay, beautiful. So I just got the email confirmation that the e-transfer has just been sent and deposited. And so, beautiful, beautiful evening. Okay, beautiful way to start the evening. January 1st. Let's go, baby. Right now, time check. It is 10:38. It is 10:38. And we are about to continue editing. The day hasn't really started yet. I have so much to do, but I decided to edit this video because I'm excited. This fuels me. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, I don't know what just happened, but I just ended up editing like 5 pieces of content for myself. It's 12:43 a.m. now, and I low-key kind of have a headache, but there's a few things I still need to do. Jeez. Perhaps some of these things might carry over tomorrow, which is fine,
To be there with you, and I'm so excited. Not only do you get to meet Steve,
Ooh, I don't know if this is gonna be full quality
my
though.
good friend
This is not gonna be good.
Steve
This is not gonna be good.
and I've known Steve
We'll
for
see.
many years.
Okay, let me figure this out because this would be
Portfolio, and there's no
not good if it's too small. The audio quality is not great, but you know what we're gonna do? Isolate voice. Can we just do isolate voice? I think we can make this audio better. Because he didn't have a mic. We're using the iPhone as a mic. We're just using the iPhone for the audio. Call me up yet. I still got a few hours in me. Just go sleep by yourself. I know. But that is still working. Hey, that is still working. What? What? You want to sleep with me already? You want to sleep already? All you do is sleep. Well, that's fine. You just gotta leave me alone sometimes. Okay, I actually do have a headache. Maybe I should sleep. Maybe I got too stressed out today. Alright, so I stuck it through. I finally finished editing this video for my client. It is now, jeez. Let me show you what time it is. It's 1:51 a.m. Alright. Oh, 1:52. So it's 2 o'clock. I think I'm gonna wrap up right now. I'll just continue the rest of my to-do list or will-do list tomorrow. I'm actually gonna be on my way to, well, first I'm going to Chipotle because I haven't eaten all day. It's gonna be my first meal and it's already 6 o'clock. And then I'm gonna go and see my friend Joseph because it was his birthday the other day. I didn't get a chance to celebrate with him, and it was my birthday 2 weeks ago, and he didn't get a chance to come out and celebrate with me because he was unfortunately sick. And so we're gonna be doing all that today, just catch up, hang out at his house. First, we need $2.50. Do we have $2.50? Yes, we do. Oh, okay. So it was there. Boom. Wee. That is not good. So, holy shoot, man. Look at all these things. So much ice. $2.50. Wow. Okay. I thought that wasn't gonna go for a second. That would have pissed me off. Okay. Man, this metal is so cold. This usually takes some time. It goes up to 49 PSI for these tires. I regret not bringing my gloves. I should always bring gloves. I should always have gloves. There we go. That should be enough. Okay, let's go buy a cigarillo. Let's go buy a cigarillo. Do you guys have sell cigars? Classic?
Which one?
The mini, the one with the white tip.
Like Cell Classic or
Yeah.
Cell Classic?
Yes. Can I get two? I'll just get 2 singles if you don't mind. Yes. What time do you guys close?
11 o'clock.
You guys 11? Okay. Thank you, brother. I'll do debit. Oh. It'll be a better deal if I just got the whole pack. How many's in a pack?
19 is 5.
Five for 2. 5. Oh, there's 8?
Yes, 8 inside.
Okay. I don't want to smoke too much, you know?
Yeah.
Thank you, brother. Likewise. Definitely a noob when it comes to smoking these cigars. I've only started doing this a few months ago, but barely. But we only do it to celebrate, and today we're gonna celebrate because I'm gonna teach you guys the shit that I've learned in the last 4 or 5 years. So that calls for a celebration. Okay, we made it to Chipotle. We got a bowl, and the strategy is you gotta get a tortilla with it so you get more for the money. Because if you just get a burrito, you definitely don't get this much food, but you basically pay the same price. Ooh. Did they just give me 1? They usually give you 2. I didn't ask for that much sour cream, but they kind of spammed it. This is the problem. I don't know how to make a burrito. I kind of just fold it like this. It's not good. I'd like to think it's healthy. Perhaps it is, I'm not too sure, but it's really convenient. I love cooking, but the thing about cooking is that it takes you like almost 2 hours because you gotta prep, and then you gotta cook. So you cook for 2 hours only to eat for 10 minutes. Seems like an unfair trade to me sometimes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here now. I'm at my good friend Joseph's house. I didn't get a chance to see him a few days ago. It was his birthday. Hey, let's go. So what are we doing, Joe?
I think it's Joe. Why would it be me,
Hey,
bro?
it doesn't matter. It's majority. So
It's majority, but I know it's Matthew.
It's not.
okay.
I'm standing on business.
I just want to let you know that you're not voting for somebody that said 3 hints. That was only 2. I'm just saying.
And this guy said, wait, listen. The reason why I think it's Matthew, because if you were not the imposter, why the fuck would you say fry?
Guy.
This man said
Okay, both of me.
expensive.
Because it is.
No, it's not.
You guys are rich.
Bro, a large fry
We know what it is.
a large fry at McDonald's?
It's expensive.
Well, I want to talk about why it took me 4 years to make 6 figures with my marketing agency. A lot of people, when they start a business, a lot of them are able to make 6 figures in the first year. Some are even able to make, 7 figures. And so 6 figures, that's always everybody's goal. 7 figures is kind of a unicorn special in your first year. But for me, my experience was 4 years before I made 6 figures with my marketing agency. And so number one reason why it took me 4 years, and 4 years might be pretty impressive for some. Some might think that it's quick, others might think that it's too long. And I can only talk about my experience. If you ask me, I wish I could have made 6 figures a lot quicker, but that wasn't my path. Life told me that it's gonna take me 4 years, so we live with that. Well, reason number one why it took me 4 years is the fact that I just wasn't working hard enough. In the very beginning, I thought that I was giving it my all, but I really wasn't. I was validating my excuses. I thought that I was working hard, but I really wasn't. I had a full-time job at the time. I was a sales guy at a phone company selling phone plans and internet. And so I was getting experience in sales, but my heart wasn't all in 100%. And I'm not saying that you need to be doing your business 100% full-time before you can make 6 figures. But when you're starting out, it takes a lot of effort and time, especially because in the beginning, that's just the learning stages. You're learning so much. And it's really important that you really put a lot of time and effort in understanding your business. So for me, you know, as much as I would love to say that I was giving it my all, now from a macro perspective, looking back, I know I wasn't giving it my all. In the beginning, I kind of just liked the idea of having a business more than actually doing the business itself. So the first year of business, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I only made $2,000. And then on the second year, I made $17,000. And then on the third year, we made, I think, $64,000. And then on the fourth year, that's when we made the 6-figure mark. And then on the fifth year, that's when we really excelled. And then now I shut it down. But so yeah, the first lesson is that I just wasn't taking it serious. And second thing, why for me personally, I think that it took some time, is because I really didn't understand my business. I didn't really understand what it was that I was trying to do. I was trying to provide all the services under the sun. When I first started, we were offering website design. We were providing SEO, we were providing videos, we were providing photos. You named it, we would do it. And the reason why we did that is because we didn't want to leave any money on the table. And that was the number one mistake. We were trying to be too greedy because we wanted to make sure that we covered all grounds. But the problem with that is we were lost, right? There was no direction on how we were going to market our business, because if we were offering all those services, how do we go on about marketing our photography service? How do we go on about marketing our website design services? How do we go on about marketing our SEO services? So it was just all over the place. And the thing with that is that I was confused. And because I was confused with the business that I was running, people were confused as well. Because if you run a business and you can't communicate to the world on what it is that you do, how do you expect people to know exactly what it is that you do if you yourself, the business owner, can't even explain what it is that you do? And so that was problem number 2. It's trying to provide all the services, trying to cater to everybody. And frankly, number 3 is that I didn't really know how to market myself. I was so focused on the services that we provide. I was always so focused on telling people, hey, we know how to do X, Y, Z. But the problem with that is I never really uncovered why people should get those services from us. I never really uncovered people's pain points. I never really uncovered why people needed that type of service from us, right? It was basic. I wasn't even running a business now that I think about it. I was basically just operating as a freelancer. And I was so focused on telling people that I can do the job rather than telling them I can solve their problem. So that was a problem, not really understanding my business fully, being confused because I was trying to do everything, trying to be, a jack of all trades, but a master of none. It really is true. And as the business progressed, the more we niched down, the more money we made, because the easier it was to explain to the world what it is that we did, right? I'm gonna make another video about the secret to be able to sell anything. And one of those secrets is knowing your business better than anybody. That way you can control the conversation. That way you can always be selling. Because if you know what it is, a lot of people know what they're selling, but people don't understand what it is that they're selling. And the biggest difference between knowing what you sell is that you can just tell people that you provide an X service or you can give them an X product. But understanding it is being able to talk to anybody and be able to inject your product or service in their scenario. You're able to manipulate the conversation in a way that benefits you so that you can sell them your product or your service. That's the difference between knowing and understanding. Understanding is when you talk to someone for the first time and you speak to them for 5 minutes, you can already uncover gaps in their life or in their business where you can implement your products or your service because you know your business that well. Another thing that really took a while on making the 6 figures is the business model. The business model that I had in the beginning was that it was just a project basis. And so the problem with that is when you do close a project, it's nice. You get paid a few $1,000s, a few $100s. But then after that project is done, you now have to go out into the world and look for another client, look for another project so you can get another paycheck. And so the moment I was able to switch the business model from project basis to a retainer model, it changed everything because the retainer model allowed me to have consistent income. Everything was predictable. The amount of money that I was going to make on a month-to-month basis was predictable. I was able to invest a lot more money into the business just because I knew how much money was going to be coming in. It also just alleviated a lot of stress trying to find the next client, because when I close a client and we put them on a retainer for 3 months, 6 months, I knew that we were making that money consistently. And the best part about retainer is that when you can stack it, when you have your first one, second and third, fourth, fifth client, now it just all adds up. Even if each client is just paying you like $3,000, you get 3 clients and you're at $9,000. And so changing the business model to a retainer client, to a retainer basis was really good, because then the lifetime value of that client increases significantly, right? Because if you're just doing a project, if you're just working on a project basis, then even if they pay you $2,000 or $5,000, then the relationship just ends there after the project is done. Whereas if you close them one time and let's say you charge them $3,500 a month, then you're looking at what? $11,500 as a lifetime value for those 3 months. And if you do a really good job, then you can extend that agreement. So that's that. And the other thing I forgot in the very beginning was that when I first started my business, I thought that I could figure it all out myself. I didn't really look for mentors. I have this characteristic that I really don't like, that doesn't really serve me that well. Sometimes it does, but I have this mentality that I can figure everything out on my own. And so I was really lost. I didn't really understand the business. I just thought that, like, I'll figure it out as I go. But looking back now, if I had just spoke to the right people, I would have been able to accelerate the progress of the business. I should have asked the right questions. I should have been curious and talk to the people that were doing well, people that were already making six figures. If I had conversations with those people, I know that I would have accelerated my progress in the business. And the last thing, and probably the most important, is that I didn't know how to garner attention. In the beginning, I thought that I just, would post a few videos on Instagram and I would think that people would just all of a sudden buy my service. But that was not the case. You gotta be able to show up in front of the people. You gotta show up every single fucking day. You gotta understand that the world is competitive. And so if you're not showing up consistently, someone else will. Someone else is gonna be taking your client. Someone else is trying to make that money. So I thought that posting a few times a month was gonna do it, but it took me a few years to understand that I gotta get more attention. Oh, it's getting really cold. We might have to cut this short. And my cigar is almost done. But yeah, learn how to get attention. Attention is everything. Attention is the new currency. You could have the best business in the world, but if nobody knows about it, then it's pointless. Because at the end of the day, if your clients don't know that you exist, then it doesn't matter. I know a lot of dumb people that are making a lot of money just because they know how to get attention. There's a lot of kids out there that are doing drop shipping, that are selling some stupid products, but are making seven figures because they know how to garner attention. And I also know entrepreneurs who invested multi six figures into their business, but they're so stubborn on showing up on social media and letting the world know that they exist because they think that they have the best business, they have the best invention, and clients are just gonna come. But what they don't understand is without attention, it means nothing. So understand how you can get attention as early as possible. That's why Facebook is so successful, because people pay them millions of dollars, billions of dollars each year to buy attention, to buy eyeballs. And so if you don't have the money to pay for Facebook ads, you definitely should be making a lot of content. Tell the world you exist. I mean, last year I did this challenge where I challenged myself to make $100,000 in 100 days. And I was able to complete that in 63 days. I never thought that would be possible, but I was able to do this in just 63 days. And the crazy thing about this is that I closed a few clients, and a lot of them had said that, David, the only reason why I'm really working with you is because of your challenge. You're creating content every single day. You're showing up on my feed all the time, and I figured it was time to work with you. I've had a lot of people that were following me for years, and then all of a sudden, they now wanted to work with me. You just gotta remind people that you exist. You gotta remind people that you're there. You gotta remind people that you're active. You gotta show people that you wanna play. But yeah. So those were the things that I would say is the reason why it took me 4 years to build six figures, to build a six-figure business. Now that I'm starting fresh, starting a new business, this is really small now, I know that I'm gonna be able to build a six-figure business in less than a year. I'm gonna be able to apply all the lessons that I've learned in the last 4 years and apply this to Inbound Dental, and hopefully, get to six figures in the next few months. But yeah, still takes a lot of work, discipline, and most importantly, dedication and not giving up. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is the first episode of Cigar Lessons with yours truly, David Castillo. It is cold. Crazy thing is, it's 12:30 in the morning right now, and I should get home. I gotta go walk my dog, And yeah, right now I'm just in an empty parking lot here. I grew up here in this neighborhood, so this parking lot once again holds a lot of memory. So yeah, anyways. Oh, I said anyways, it should be anyway. But okay, been yapping for 17 minutes. Let's go home. Probably got some boogers in my nose, but it's okay. We live. Woo! This is why I didn't turn off the car. Because now we're in the car. Toasty. Woo! Oh my goodness.